Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Joining us now is a gospel musician, saxophonist, songwriter, prominent icon in the Nigerian gospel music industry. He's distinguished by his unique voice and ability to bring, lovely music out of the saxophone that will get everybody dancing. Welcome with us, Abolaji David Banjoko, popularly known as Beejay Sax in the building. Welcome to the show. I didn't see you with your saxophone. That means you don't want us to dance.
Want to play for us?
Somewhere around.
Exactly. So, we'd like you to join our conversation a bit because they've accused us of having a conversation regarding men without having any man in the studio. And as God will have it, we now have a man that is a gospel artist. So, first time we're talking about a man that wanted to come back after 10 years, abandoned his family for 10 years, wanted to come back, and sadly he was in a wheelchair when he wanted to. When he came back in a wheelchair and wanted the wife to accept him. So all my ladies here caught eye and said, no, we are not taking, we have moved on. 10 years, we have moved on. We cannot handle this. We're not taking this.
We're taking rubbish.
And people were saying they were being too harsh, So what's your opinion?
Well, we talk about forgiving and forgetting. Forgiving is important, but forgetting is not easy. And of course, 10 years is a lot of time.
Sure.
And I'm sure a lot of things have happened within that 10 years. Probably a new relationship for the woman, and the children. And then why coming back when maybe it's the wheelchair that even made him think of coming back in the first place. So sometimes circumstances makes people remember where they're coming from. So, well, to forgive is easy, but in that situation to forget is not easy at all.
As you were just talking, just reminded me of, when you said circumstances, the Bible story about the prodigal son.
Yes.
When life hit him, he was like, my house is not that bad, though. Yes, this one that I'm facing, even my servant is better. So maybe that's what happens to the man, that this wheelchair, this woman is just treating me anyhow. My wife probably will still accept me back in the house. Then we went to the other story about the 17-year-old lady who poisoned her ex. And in trying to poison her ex-boyfriend, she in turn poisoned 4 other people and led to their death. What would you say to
That's a very, very, very sad story. And it talks about upbringing, because I'm thinking, why will a 17-year-old think of poisoning anybody in the first place? And it's quite unfortunate that the friends had to take part in the result of the breakfast that was served by another person, and it's the typical thing that we do when we're younger in school, where there's food and
everybody just bring their spoon.
Our girlfriend has brought food, and then everybody just, takes their own portion, and sometimes fight over it. They didn't know they were fighting over poison.
See, when you said about upbringing, it just brings. I'll just let all the ladies chime in on this thing. Don't you think that we are over? I'm feeling like sometimes we put too much responsibility on the parents for the bad character of the children. This girl that poisoned someone now could have been raised by pastors or imams or like really strong religious people and still chose to just do what he wants to do. There was a story that went viral. It didn't go viral. A teacher shared it with me about how in a former school where she was teaching, a little boy came to school with knife in primary school, that I'm going to stab, I'm going to kill you. And he always threatens like that, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to kill you. And the parents, they were like wondering, where did he hear it from? They had to go and start checking the games the boy was watching, YouTube videos, less than 10-year-old boy. It's the games and videos. It was always the games and videos. So they had to now take out all the games, they took the boy into therapy and realized that he was spending so much time on the gaming platforms and on YouTube, and it was being influenced. But the first treatment the parents got was like, you people, you have spoiled the child. I'm sure the father was threatening. That was the assumption, that the man must have been threatening people in the house, or he was a violent person, was what led to it. Are you sure we're not blaming parents for the bad choices children make preemptively?
I think parents play a role in this kind of thing, because of course, me and BC, you have a 17-year-old person.
No,
15. When did I marry?
Sorry. So me, I have
+2.
Okay, but there's no difference. They are still in their
close.
teens. Yeah. So you can imagine when one is in a relationship, that kind of relationship, she already even has an ex. You can imagine her already going, there must be something cooking pepper soup, cooking. That means
she has housewife.
She has started behaving like a wife, or let's say, then you will now cook and then take, I know how I monitor my child. So I'm thinking, how did she get into such a relationship without even me knowing, to the extent that it's so serious that she's now feeling pain that they left her. You are now putting poison inside. I'm just wondering. So the parents should have noticed that kind of a thing and should have been able to call the daughter out or say something, and should have seen it that the daughter is going through heartbreak or something, and then talk to her and work on it.
Parents are trying to make money and put food on the table.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Actually, I would second what Ramatu is saying, because I had an experience with a mother whose son was always bullying everybody in primary 3. When my son was in primary 3, as a matter of fact, the son even threw my son's lunch bag from the balcony, from the second floor down with the cooler. He had this dragon cooler that was very strong, threw it, water bottle, everything. And it could have even landed on the child's head and all that. And when the school called her, she even threatened the school. She even shouted on me. You understand?
The child now?
The
child's parents.
The parents. She said, I'm a single mother, you people are victimizing me, blah, 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 blah. You know, this kind of stuff. I'm not like, I don't understand. I said, the next time the school begged, and I said, the next time it happens, I will make sure I deal with you. I shall give her the one. But she has that mentality. So what child is she raising?
So in her own case?
In her own case, the boy is going to, I'm just even sorry for the boy. You understand? So there are so many cases like this. And I have a former neighbor that they don't even bother about their children. The girl is 13 and she's already smoking. She's already doing things at the backyard. They will do things that I can't even call on national. There's a word they say. They will go to the wall and be doing do, and shaking it, and shaking it. You understand?
13-year-old.
Yes.
So obviously, I was of the opinion that we are preemptively
at that age, at 16, almost, she
Once
can't.
you're a minor, everything you do
it's the responsibility of the adults
Yes,
around you.
your parents.
Not just your parents, but the responsibility of every adult around you. And that's why they say pay attention. So, you know, I used to say that our parents got away with a lot of things, right? Many of them did not pay attention to our emotional needs. They didn't know it existed. At 17, what are you thinking of boyfriend for? So nobody cared if you had a boyfriend. You are not supposed to. So they stay in this denial of you're not supposed to. And they don't pay attention. Now, we don't understand how these kids process heartbreak. And all what goes through their head when they are heartbroken. Because when they come home, they will pretend like they're not crying. But when they go somewhere else, they exhibit all of the things that come into. Some people cannot process pain because they don't know how to. They haven't seen an example of how to process that pain. We don't pay attention to that. But now that we have deliberate parenting, where we are constantly checking the moods of our children, asking the questions, asking them to journal, you know, you can easily spot what is going wrong in that child and make your adjustments.
But why would a child even have a boyfriend at that age? Why
you see denial that we're talking about? This is denial. At 17,
my child to be an adult.
Let us
normal.
Okay.
To be ready psychologically.
Be expecting.
Mentally.
Happy
emotionally
expectations.
for that.
Beejay, sir.
What is happening?
Beejay, help us. Happy expectations.
From my own point of view, we can only try. You know, sometimes you have 3 children brought to the world by same parents, same training, and they're totally different. You know, so we can only try our best, pray that they listen to the things we teach. You can't be with them at the school all the time.
True.
You don't know the kind of friends that they make in school. Yes, we can only try is what they tell you that you know. You know, some parents don't even know what their children are doing in school.
True.
And you cannot be in school. You can't follow them to school all the time. So yes, we can try. We can pray that they listen to whatever it is that we're saying. For example, my children have their behaviors are totally different. And I can tell you, we train them up the same way. You know, yes,
their response to life.
Yes, totally different.
Chosen their path.
So we can only try. We can only try and pray that they listen and God helps us.
How many children do you have?
3.
3.
Kids, wow.
Oh, you know.
Let's come to your career. Let's come to your Beejay Sachs. Beejay Sachs shuts down the hotel. Hey, gospel artists now. Let's not be looking at our gospel artists now. We're in a new season where we were, and I'm really, really happy because I know that many of you have been on this journey for a very long time. Yes. You guys were served breakfast. You drank the gari and everything. So now, when God is putting milk inside your gari and coconut and granite, nobody should complain about it at all. But how does it feel to be in this season where gospel artists are touring the world and getting global recognition?
Well, we thank God for everything. That's what I will say first. But you see, it's been a process. There are times where, sometimes we need the church platform to express ourselves. And then I think we grew into the digital age where we don't have to sell CDs. I remember those days when we make CDs, we go to church to sell. But now you can sit down somewhere, make your music, sell on iTunes. I don't even know if the gadgets and the cars that they make these days
still have CD slots.
players, and
Not really.
yes, so we can do whatever it is we want to do online, and pass our message across, promote our music anyhow we want to, have our concerts. Sometimes you need permission to use a church building, but now we can book any event center, and people turn up, support, even corporate people now support gospel music.
Yes, we're having brand sponsorship from corporate people.
Yes.
Ladies.
Yeah, so we've actually met a long time ago. There was a performance where you were at. I was there too to minister at the time. And the story around you was the fact that you started really early.
Yes.
From playing the sax into deciding to become, or being called to become a minister. And I would like you to take us through your journey of, discovering your talent in school and then get into a space where you're using it to serve God and also monetize your skills.
Talking about that, when I came in this morning, I had memories because this whole journey started in this environment.
Are you serious? Give us Jesus.
Around here. In fact, just next door.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Your school.
Yes. So I started playing from secondary school, when Magudo here. And you know how these things we do in the school, play national anthem in the morning devotion, extracurricular activities that we do in school turned to what I'm doing today.
Wow.
So, to the glory of God, when I got into the university, I took it more serious. And yeah, you know what we call the side hustle? When I was in the union, and we're talking about parenting and all those things we spoke about. Mine, while I was in school, aside whatever it is I was getting from home, I had the saxophone, so I had some, some side gigs, to help. And when I finished, we had built to a certain level, so we had demands, and I was making money. So I just thought, I got a job as an engineer. I studied mechanical engineering, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got a job, and I spent 2 days there. I was like, no, this is not for me. So I just faced.
More money.
And followed your passion.
Yes. And to the glory of God, we're here.
Has
today.
brought profits.
More money.
Yes.
Let's. Some people I've never heard Beejay Sax video or heard him sing. I don't know where you are living, but let's just call a clip of his so that you will get to a sample of the kind of music he does. Awesome. Thank you so much. That was so nice. So the thing about Beejay Sax is I was thinking they were going to give us some gege, and they just took us into worship. Today is Friday. We're already in the mood for some hyper activity. But I know that there's an event coming up.
Yes. Tomorrow, Power of Praise.
Okay.
That's the shirt you're wearing.
Yes, that's true. Power of Praise. It's happening tomorrow from 12 noon. So we're going to be praising God for 24 hours non-stop.
Oh.
Sure.
So just imagine for 24 hours, anytime you walk into church, we're praising with different gospel ministers at different points in time. you know, and it's going to be amazing. It's been on for years, and it's always powerful.
So Pastor Itwa is a friend of the house, so we don't. That's Pastor Itwa Godalo is by Trinity House, and we know that Nigerians feel like there's a whole lot happening right now.
So I finally meet you because I see you a lot on my friends, a lot of my Christian friends. I'll see you on their status and you know all the events and everything. So thank God now.
Yes. And I'm inviting you. Come join us.
Just come and shake it off.
When is it? When is the event?
From tomorrow, 12 noon, till Sunday, 12 noon. So it's for 24 hours.
So you only play for it's only gospel, whatever that you play.
So I do, I play gospel music at different places. I do a lot of things outside church too. I do social events and all those things. I play at weddings, and I'm sure that's why a lot of your friends, you know, put it up there. But now we're talking about Power of Praise. 24 hours non-stop praise is happening tomorrow from 2nd of November. Tomorrow from 12 noon to 12 noon, 3rd of November, and it's going to be amazing.
Okay, it's free, right?
You said
it's free.
Free. Come in anytime.
Wow.
There are a lot of
other gospel artists.
Beejay Sax is going to be there.
Yeah, yes, so.
Alashe Yori is going to be there.
So since you do this, oh, sorry. Keep on.
So Alashe Yori is going to be there. Buchi is going to be there. And the list is endless. Over 24.
Gospel artists.
So since you do this for a living, you know, you play inspirational song.
Yes.
For a living. There was this controversy back then where they said Mercy Chinwo was not supposed to be charging the church. So are you also of the belief that you're supposed to also be paid for your talent?
For me, it's a bit different. I do a lot of events. I do things in the church. I do things outside the church.
Based on charity?
Well, if I do things in the church, you know, it's a personal conviction. For me, if I want to play at your wedding, you have an invoice.
Yes,
you pay me.
Yeah, you
should. You want to play at your birthday, you will pay me. When I want to play in the church, personally, I don't charge.
Just stick to honorarium, whatever the Lord leads.
That's for me. Maybe because I have
other gigs
outside
that bring in revenue.
So whatever works for everybody, this is what we do for a living. We have families, we have so many things to take care of. Making music is not free.
At all.
She
can tell from experience.
Telling me that.
So trust me, and for some people, you know, they decide to do it for free, or why not for free? You know, the word honorarium, honor is relative.
Yes.
You know, some people...
I can give you a measure of what honor means.
Exactly.
Because you can, if you honor me with 10 naira...
You will get books and fruits.
I don't want you to honor me with...
Sometimes you honor us with fruits, actually.
Fruits
you know these things.
I've collected dry fish before.
Sometimes we usually have health challenges, as in with the blowing.
I have a question.
Once and
me, I usually find your music on YouTube regularly, but do you have somewhere where you play regularly that people can connect with you?
Different programs, churches here and there.
So it's not like you have like a place
because
where
of my kind of schedule, I travel a lot, move around, you know, so I'm not able to be, I'm not constant in any of those places. Yes.
Then, like, is there any other thing you're working on?
So many things. Music coming out. You know, it's the end of the year and we need to thank God. So we're dropping a very strong praise bedroom.
Hey.
You know, that we can dance. Yes. You know, and thank God with, you know. And about the health, it's totally safe. I've been doing this for many years now. Over 20 years now.
Wow.
Any prospect any of your kids will follow your shoes?
My children, all my children play saxophone.
You have turned into family business. Okay.
Well, this is what they see me do all the time.
Yeah, obviously.
They have to pick that interest.
Yes.
You know everything. In fact, there are some billboards. They say, Daddy, why you know? I'm like, excuse me. They need...
Oh, every billboard you must be on the billboard. Oh my God.
These kids, they have a lot pushing you.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming to inform us about the
Power of Praise.
Power of Praise, powered by the
2024.
Trinity House, the Anointed. And I know that it's a free event starting from 12 noon tomorrow. Anybody that is in the mood to just relax and drop something.
Anytime you come, we're there.
You will meet praise. That's all we can take on today's show. You'll be seeing the ladies of Your View Pigeon tomorrow. BC and Moyo will probably be representing. Till then, bye.